Good Erev Shabbos, everybody. I haven't learned this yet. We're learning this together. Last week I did the same thing. I think it was Kedushas Levi, and I realized during Kriyas Torah that I misinterpreted the pasuk, the actual verse that we were reading a homily on. So I might do the same thing now. I make a lot of mistakes, but let's learn together. Let's just do this now. I'm trying to really develop a kesher to my ancestor, the Maharal of Prague. And so that's why I want to learn the Sefer Aryeh, which is his commentary on Rashi. And so in Rashi's commentary, it says that this week's Parshas Vayechi, that's chapter 47 in Genesis, the end of the chapter, all the way through the end of Genesis. So 48, 49, 50 in Genesis, and the last few verses of 47. That Yaakov Avinu, wanted to reveal to his sons when the eschatology will be realized, when will be the end times, when the Messiah will come. And the Ruach HaKodesh, the divine inspiration, the spirit of holiness, was removed from him in order for him not to reveal this secret. And that's what Rashi says. Because he sought to reveal when the end would be. And he quotes this from the Medrash Bereshis Rabbah. So Perish Kates Kolagolius, when it says the end, it means not the end of the world, not the Armageddon, the destruction. No, it means when will all of the exiles be finished? She'ein lefarish kates mitzrayim. We can't translate this to mean that he was going to tell them when is the end of their exile in Egypt, right? Because, how can I get around this guy? Oh my gosh. I'm just going to have to... Why should that be hidden from him? What's the big deal for them to know when the end of the Egyptian exile would be? This was already revealed to Abraham openly. Right? In Genesis 15, verse 13, it says, "You should surely know that your seed shall be strangers in a land that is not their own." Strangers in a strange land for 400 years. So that was already revealed. Now, whole discussion, it wound up being less than that because they did the calculation from that time, from when Isaac was born, meaning from when Abraham had seed after his own name. But anyway, the point is, God never said to Abraham, "Well, this is a secret. You can't tell anybody this." No, it was open knowledge that it would be 400 years, whatever that 400 years means. It was less time when they were actually enslaved, but it doesn't say that they'd be enslaved for 400 years. It said they'd be strangers in a land that's not their own for 400 years. So therefore, and you can't say, well, it wasn't 400 years of subjugation, it was 400 years from the birth of Isaac, and so there was no revelation of when does that 400 years start. So still, why mention 400 years then to begin with? So rather, it's very obvious that Jacob wanted to reveal the ultimate eschatological end of all exiles and the coming of the Messiah, and that was hidden from him. But then they should have hidden this whole chapter of Jacob calling his sons together. Parsha. It shouldn't have been the beginning of the parsha that was closed. The answer is that we don't have two different paragraphs for something that is totally separate. Let's see if there's a mikveh today. Shahayanir parsha achas. It looked like one parsha, one paragraph. That's why it wasn't hidden at the time of his death. That's all one connected concept. And that's why it wasn't made two separate paragraphs. Rather, it was a closed paragraph where it was the place of the death of Jacob, even though they taught that he didn't die, whatever that means. Atzma. Ramez Hascholos Inyan Shabol Lispor Yimechayev. So it's a hint to the beginning of this concept that comes to count the days of his life. Shazaz Cholos Sipur Misosei. That's the beginning of the story of his death. All right. Let's see if we have a mikveh here. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. We'll see you later.